There are many truly frightening spots in our universe. A large portion of them are cold universes, without any possibilities of life truly developing there. Yet even among this miserable variety, a few items can be singled out that may legitimately be known as the most hazardous exoplanets at any point found. And today, I welcome you to look at the most fantastic ones. Music in no time before Halloween in 2020. NASA gathered a rundown of the most startling universes. Among others, they included 6 exoplanets. Every one of these articles' conditions isn't only very brutal for any living organic entity in any event, winding up in their relatively closeness might end up being deadly. The primary article on the rundown is a dark gas Goliath assignment TRES 2b. This heavenly item circles the star tree S2, which is a yellow bantam lying similarly as 718 light-years from us. We should investigate it because of a few special properties of the substance organization of the outer layer of TRES 2b. The planet retains more than 99% of all the light shed on it. The idea of these properties stays a secret, and odds are there are a few substance responses occurring on a superficial level that we have never enrolled on any comparable article, and these properties make TRES 2b the most obscure exoplanet on the galactic guide of today. This gas monster was found on the 21st of August 2006, with additional subtleties on its qualities gotten quite a while later. The mass of TRES 2b is 1.2 Jupiter masses, and its range estimates 1.27 times that of Jupiter. The climate is pretty much as burning as 1,000 degrees Celsius, which gives the exoplanet a weak red sparkle like that of Ambi's, still notwithstanding its melancholy looks. TRES 2b doesn't actually meet all requirements to be known as the most perilous spot known to man. There are a lot more articles hiding in space that are more frightening than that we should see. A few additional ungracious ones. Here is one more exoplanet assignment. 55 Cancri A. It lies in the arrangement of a sun-like star assignment. 55 Cancri A. This heavenly article was found on the 30th of August 2004 by the Doppler spectroscopy strategy. We should see it in more detail. The planet's mass equivalents roughly 8 Earth masses, and its range estimates 1.875 that of the Earth. 55 substantial E is tidally locked. Thus, it is consistently daytime on one side and evening time on the other. To that end, the side confronting the host star is constantly warmed up to a temperature arriving at 2,400 degrees Celsius, with the temperature on the night side 1,300 degrees Celsius. These qualities are so high on the grounds that the distance between the planet and its parent star is simply 0.183 cosmic units. Other than volcanism on 55 Cancri E, which is thought liable to be there, causes dust mists, outflows these mists, trap heat, and actually keep it from getting away into space. The planet's orbital period is somewhat under 18 hours. With respect to the atmospherical cosmetics, there is helium and hydrogen enrolled in it. There are additionally a lot of carbon unexpectedly. This component is probably going to frame thick layers of graphite and precious stones in the planets inside 55 Cancri E. Isn't the main article in the planetary arrangement of its host star. There are 4 other divine items circling it. The conditions on these are by a long shot more friendly, which is the component by which the 55 Cancri. A framework varies from the accompanying item. It is named Phantom or PSR 1257 or more. 12C, this is an exoplanet lying in a pulsar framework. The heavenly item is found only 0.36 cosmic units from the framework's middle. This shows that Phantom could never have endured a cosmic explosion that probably occurred before the pulsar had been shaped. Thusly, the exoplanet is probably going to have shaped after this colossal occasion, with the material for it coming from the cloud left after the blast, as indicated by one more speculation. The pulsar might have shaped after the converging of 2 white midgets, not at all like with a cosmic explosion. This interaction isn't generally joined by a strong shoot still, as this is the principal object of its kind. We have found science can't offer a positive response concerning its beginnings. The framework with a heavenly article lies 2,300 light a long time from the Earth. Its mass is roughly multiple times that of our planet concerning its orbital period. It is something like 66 days. Unexpectedly, the exceptionally strong radiation discharged by the pulsar is sufficient to fold any spaceship needing to approach the baffling exoplanet in its framework, even with this large number of properties. Considered Portegeus doesn't actually qualify as the most risky exoplanet known to us. On moving toward it, a cosmic body may absolutely get obliterated. However, it would get decidedly disintegrated in closeness to the accompanying item. The justification for this impact is the very high temperature on Kepler 70b, which is the most smoking exoplanet known to us. The item circles the sub-small star Kepler 70. With a surface temperature higher than that, on our Sun, it arrives at 6,800 degrees Celsius, the item's mass equivalence 0. 44 Earth masses and its sweep estimates 0. 76. That of the Earth. The heavenly item's orbital period is 345 minutes at the end of the day. Daily here is under 6 hours in length. Curiously, the exoplanet consistently passes one more item in the framework, Kepler 70 EEE, a good ways off of 240,000 kilometers to date. This is the nearest that planets in space have been enlisted to pass each other. The very high temperature on Kepler 70b could be represented by the way that this article may, whenever, have been important for its parent star with respect to providing it with the situation with an exoplanet. It will take more proof to affirm that it should be given it. So this stays an open inquiry. It ought to be referenced that Kepler 70b isn't the main divine article we are aware of that cooperates with its parent star. So intently, one more article in comparable circumstances is the exoplanet known as WASP 12bo. This heavenly body lies 870 light-years from our framework. Its range estimates 1. Multiple times that of Jupiter and its mass equivalence. 1.46 Jupiter masses WASP 12b is simply 0.03 galactic units from its parent star. Because of this nearness, the exoplanet has a temperature coming to however much 2,200 degrees Celsius. The host star's very strong attractive energy gradually retains. WASP 12b. Ultimately, in roughly 10 million years' time, the exoplanet is supposed to be obliterated totally. Remembering this, we won't most likely ever dive any more profound into the idea of this exoplanet, apparently concentrating on universes of this sort can't be high on researchers' rundown of needs. Anyway, a portion of these articles might end up having a few truly extraordinary elements. Apparently very plain and normal universes like that might hide a lot of bigger number of risks than would show up from the get-go while going by the divine body, 18973. 3b, for instance, one could carelessly think it a protected planet as it looks like our Earth by its looks. Yet, if one somehow happened to get as low as the level of its climate, one would be. He presented to a few hazardous risks for a beginning. The item's breezes convey particles of silicate and Foster speeds of 8,700 kilometers each hour, other than the downpours on this planet, cause precipitations of liquid glass. The explanations behind such perilous weather patterns are very high temperatures, and the climate's curious substance. Creation, talking about the exoplanet's orbital period, it is roughly 5 days, and all things considered, the article is tidally locked to its parent star music as expected, a speedy outline of its primary qualities. HD 18973b is a radiant blue gas monster circling an orange diminutive person in the heavenly body. Vulpecular, it lies only 63 light-years from our framework. The article's measurement is 1, multiple times that of Jupiter. And concerning its mass, it is 113 that of Jupiter. Strangely, the distance among HD 18973 and its star is multiple times. Not exactly the distance between the Earth and the Sun, and equivalents roughly 5 million kilometers. Because of its nearness to the parent star, it has a consistent surface temperature of as high as around 930 degrees Celsius. On the day side, with the temperature on the night side never dipping under 425 degrees Celsius, quickly on being found the divine body turned into a subject of examinations. In 2007, thanks to information got by the Hubble telescope, researchers figured out that HD 189733b has a hazy air. Curiously, when the planet travels between the spectator on the Earth and its star, its environment expects a ruddy tint. This impact might actually be brought about by the cloudiness in the climate as per fundamental evaluations. It comprises of particles of iron silicates and aluminum oxide. Separated from that, the data radiated back by the Hubble telescope assisted researchers with laying out that the planet's air holds back water, fume unbiased oxygen, and a natural methane compound. Extra examinations uncovered the presence of carbon monoxide on the day side of the planet. What provoked most inquiries anyway was the consequences of examinations uncovering hints of methane of a surprising assortment in the planet's air. This synthetic component was demonstrated to be in an unconventional fluorescent state when it emanates electromagnetic radiation in the infrared reach. This condition of the substance is characteristic of some obscure action in the air of the exoplanet, which actually still needs to be figured out. This is a seriously obvious illustration of a circumstance. While examining an item like an exoplanet with an uncommonly unforgiving climate might yield startling outcomes about certain cycles occurring there that will be a significant commitment to science. And as the most common way of concentrating on these universes proceeds with, they will stay no other than frightfulness planets to us, as well as a strong update that we are something other than fortunate to be the tenants of our Earth. Dear companions, in the event that you want to hear more about different universes like these dispersed across the universe,